is this? Good cop, batshit cop?
Who's the Riddler?
Riddler! How should I know? You must know about him.
Who is he?
Boy, you guys are a hell of a duet here. Why'd you stop? Maybe we can talk about what they did to my partner's face. Holy God, what are you showing me? His head! Come on! Are you El Rata Alada? El Rata Alada? Yeah, a rat with wings, a stool pigeon. That's not you? You got something to tell us? Yeah! It's like the worst Spanish I ever heard. What? It's La Rata. What is this, Riddler, stupid or something? Jesus. Look at you.
No, he's not.
Am I the only one here knows the difference between L and law? Jesus. No habla español, fellas? Shut up.
I love that nobody put that together until Penguin.
You are L.
Never had to catch the Penguin.
Yeah.
The hell does that mean? Is he or isn't he?
After all that. Kind of a friendly interaction here happening.
I grew up from a seed, tough as a weed. But in a mansion, in a slum, I'll never know where I come from.
You're talking about the old orphanage.
One that burned down.
It was part of the Wayne estate.
Let's go. You guys realize I'm still here, right? You gonna tie me?
He's waddling like a penguin.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Maybe the funniest moment in the movie so far.
Yeah. What do you expect to find?
I mean, Riddler Riddler brought them here, so
Right.
who knows what they're gonna find.
The hell is that?
I feel like aesthetically this movie is evoking Seven as well.
Yeah, it does have a lot of that going on.
And that's why I'm here today, to announce not only my candidacy for mayor, but also the creation of the Gotham Renewal Fund.
Sins of the father.
Renewal is about growth. It is about planting seeds and renewing Gotham's promise.
Now it's personal. I was like, uh-oh.
Jesus, his next victim is Bruce Wayne.
For all his corruption? Alfred, you have one job, man.
He's got so many jobs.
Yeah. Did you recognize the handwriting? No!
I need to speak to Alfred.
Oh, Mr. Wayne,
Listen to me. Something terrible is gonna happen.
I'm afraid it already has, sir.
What? Whoa.
About an hour ago.
Well, he yeeted it at least.
Yeah.
We found this too.
That's not a riddle.
No.
That piece of shit cop, Kenzie. Her body was in his car. I'm gonna find him, and I'm gonna make him pay. You gonna help me?
Help you?
Yeah. I thought you were vengeance.
Our choices have consequences.
Jesus Christ. Choices? You know, whoever the hell you are, you obviously grew up rich.
Was it worth it?
What?
Yeah, very interesting.
Falcone owes me that money.
He owes you.
Yeah, and a lot more.
No, really. Why is that?
You know what? I can't even talk to you.
No. I want to know why a guy like Falcone would owe you anything.
Because he's my father!
So she did grow up rich.
No, I mean, she said Bruce grew up rich.
Yeah, but...
My mother worked at the 44.
Just because
Okay,
gangster
got
is
it, yeah.
her father doesn't mean that he is her dad.
Right, yeah, true that.
I hid out in the dressing room while she worked. Used to see him there.
Got it. Got it.
When I was 7, my mother was murdered. Strangled. Social services came to take me away, and he didn't say a thing. Didn't even look at me. He owes me that money.
So that's why she got so mad when he said, you didn't tell me you had a relationship with him. She's
Right,
like, I
yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
What are you hiding? Are you just hideously scarred?
You could say that.
Yeah.
On the inside.
Mm-hmm. On the outside, they're kind of cool looking.
The mayor, the commissioner, the DA. Now Thomas and Bruce Wayne. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, that psycho's right to go after these creeps. If I can find that dickbag Kenzie, will you help me? Please.
You sort of just insulted me to my face.
But she doesn't know
Yeah,
that.
I know.
It's- Everybody has their own idea of what Batman will think is right and wrong, too.
Right, yeah. Don't get confused, man.
20 years ago, one reporter set out to uncover the dark truth. When Martha was just a child, her mother brutally murdered her father, then committed suicide, and how the Arkhams used their power and money to cover it all.
Is that?
How Martha herself
thing?
was
I don't know.
in institutions for years.
It is now.
Wayne turned to longtime secret associate Carmine Falcone and had him murdered. Gotham's legacy of lies and murder.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne, this is your legacy too, and Gotham needs you to answer for the sins of your father.
I mean, he didn't really have anything to do with any of that, but...
But he still benefits from the...
Right, that's
Wealth.
true, yeah.
This Riddler son of a bitch is really stirring things up, huh?
Is it true?
What? Your father wanted me to handle it, so I did. I handled it. I know. You thought your father was a boy scout.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
You're surprised. But even a good man like him is capable of in the right situation.
You like,
Do me a favor.
we usually get
Don't lose any
how
sleep
Bruce
over
thit. Thought of his parents when he was like a little kid. And
Exactly.
it's like, well, he was a rich, powerful guy who's like running for elected office and stuff. He's
Gonna have
definitely
some skeletons.
Yeah, exactly.
This is what you wanted, huh? This little conversation here.
No, actually, this sucked.
I mean, you ain't a kid no more.
Yeah, gotta reckon with the
Yep.
complex realities.
You lied to me.
Is now the time to do that?
My whole life.
Yeah, dude.
All these years, I've spent fighting for him, believing that he was a good man.
He was a good man. Listen to me.
Right.
Your father was a good man.
You don't make an omelet without cracking a few eggs. You can't.
Bruce has a very absolute view of good and evil.
Your father should have known that Falcone would do anything to finally have something on him that he could use. That's who Falcone is.
Yeah, you can't just go off of Falcone's word as the whole
Right.
truth.
Yeah.
He's not a good guy.
I wasn't equipped to take care of you. You needed a father. All you had was me.
Alfred, I think you're doing all right. Yeah, an okay father.
Seems pretty level-headed, you know?
But I realize now there's something I haven't got past. This fear of ever going through any of that again.
Yep, that would leave a deep
It's
scar.
it's called the trauma.
Yeah,
You're traumatized.
Right.
Very thoroughly.
mm-hmm. This is like the first tiny bit of like downtime in this movie so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, his conversation with Catwoman and that whole situation is like the only times he's not Batmaning.
She left a message the night they took her. She called me.
Gordon, help me out, man. She got my gun.
Shut up.
Ooh.
That's why I made him take your passport. Until we could have this little conversation.
It's handy. That's like all the little pieces they need.
Yeah.
What did he tell you?
He just said he want me to deal with you.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Jesus, he's strangling.
Okay, we can maybe just take it off speakerphone. There you go. Okay, well, double tap, huh? Get rid of this guy.
The Falcon has wings, too. Falcone's the rat.
What is a rat? Oh, interesting.
The renewal. Renewal is everything.
The renewal fund.
Yeah. After Thomas Wayne died, they all went after it like vultures.
I see.
Falcone's mayor. He's been the mayor for the last 20 years.
Let's finish this.
No.
Come on.
Look at him. Not that way.
There is no other way. He owns the city.
Cross that line. You'll become just like him. Listen to me.
I mean,
I don't know.
Don't throw your
Yeah.
life away.
Bruce needs some way to differentiate himself from these people,
Right.
and that's what he holds on to, I guess, because otherwise you're just a psycho.
Don't worry, honey.
There's a thing that differentiates it already of just being like,
I
if
know.
they didn't do what they did, I wouldn't do what I do.
It's true, yeah.
They make a choice in a vacuum. I'm making this choice as a reaction.
Yeah.
Although I guess that's
No.
not really enough, is it?
And there's an escalation element too, you know?
Yeah. Cool.
That's nifty.
Yep. The cat gun.
I don't think all her stuff is themed.
Look who it is, huh?
Sorry to bother you.
Nah, it's fine, beautiful.
I was just hoping I could talk to you for a minute.
Absolutely.
You look like shit.
She's been gone so long, I'm beginning to... I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I understand. Yeah.
How does anybody do anything with fingernails that long? Like, how
I
do
don't
you
know, yeah.
grab stuff? I don't get it.
Good for scratching.
Vinny! Didn't I tell you?
Sorry, Mr. Falcone. I really think you're gonna want to see this.
Oh, come on. She had her opportunity.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Just pop them both.
I mean, she would probably die after she did that, but I don't think she
Yeah, that's right.
cared.
She's trying to get out of here, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think she was gonna go for it right there.
He just said he want me to deal with you. You gave some information, some job sting, and that's how he became.
Yeah, this is why you don't talk about this stuff
Yeah,
after
right.
you've done it.
Damn, this news organization does not give a F.
Well, they
about-
disclaim it first.
Yeah, I guess. This is going to be extremely disturbing and graphic. Here you go.
I'm Maria Kyle's kid. You remember her?
Just put down the gun, honey.
This is for my mother.
Did you hit him?
No, she definitely missed.
God! Well, they're definitely shooting each other.
He's got really bulletproof
Yeah,
armor.
it's very bulletproof. I feel like Batman's got a thing where his armor's not just like impact resistant, it's like bouncy. Like
Yeah.
the bullets just kind of like ricochet off of it. Ooh! Oh!
Yeah.
The impact in this movie is for real. Ow, yeah, this all looks very, very painful.
Sure does.
My own flesh and blood.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh.
Remember, she said her mom was strangled.
Oh, yep. Just having your windpipe crushed, too.
Yeah.
It's like...
I imagine it would hurt.
Yes.
You made me do this. Just like your mother.
Woo! Please let me kill him. He's not gonna see any other justice in this world. Right?
He owns the whole system. He killed my mom and your dad.
Yeah, but what's the play here?
Supposed to bring him into the light if we're doing the Riddler's plan, which is, I guess, what we're doing.
Yes, yeah.
I guess we don't all work for you.
So there's at least a few, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big city.
Yeah.
Big department, I imagine.
Enjoy your night at Blackgate, Carmine. Probably be your last.
You're always just a gimp in an empty suit.
I'll straight paint your ass!
Don't
Hey, shoot! Get your hands off of me!
He didn't shoot. Huh. Okay.
Bring him into the light.
Well, nice job, Batman.
Nobody gets in there, nobody gets out!
So nice that he, like, inadvertently brought him into the right light and then was able to see where he was shot from.
Well, Riddler predicts people, I guess.
Yeah. He's a smart guy.
He's gone.
How? Does he have a flight suit too?
Lieutenant, we got a witness here. Says she saw someone come down the fire escape right after the shot. She said he went into the corner. Diner. The guy said by himself at the counter right now.
You gonna buy that? It would be frustrating to realize that every single time somebody's like, "We got him." It could be a trick of some kind.
He seems like
meant
he's
to be seen. Yeah,
a tricky guy.
I just ordered a slice of pumpkin pie.
that is. Who's that actor?
Paul Dano.
Okay, yeah.
It's maybe my favorite actor.
Really?
Yeah.
It is a great Riddler look.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so scary with the mask on, but without it, he's just kind of like a
nerd.
dweeby-looking guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I've seen him before in different stuff, but
it's in lots
not
of things.
recently.
Some kind of pry tool? Is it a chisel? It's a murder weapon. Killed Mitchell with it. The edge will match the floorboard impression in the mirror study.
Good memory, man.
This isn't over.
Oh man, he's been posting all kinds of shit online. He's got like 500 followers. Real fringe types.
It's not very many.
No. I feel like in real life,
Last night.
he would have a lot more followers.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's nuts.
Riddler's asking for you at Arkham.
I bet he is.
You're a good cop.
Thanks, man. Something final about the way you said that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce. Wayne.
So satisfying for him to have found that out.
Bruce Wayne, the orphan. Do you know what being an orphan is? It's 30 kids to a room.
Yeah.
Already a drop it, numbing the pain.
This is the difference between just not having your parents alive and actually living in the system.
He's the only one we didn't get. But we got the rest of them, didn't we? All those slick, sleazy, phony pricks. God.
Does he know?
Look at you.
No. It's a coincidence.
No way.
Isn't it funny? All everyone wants to do is unmask you, but they're missing the point.
But clearly, Bruce thought that he was saying he knew.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's just talking about the plan.
We've been doing this together. You're part of this. We didn't do anything together. We did. What did we just do?
I asked you to bring him in the light, and you did. We're such a good team. We're not a team. You inspired me. You're out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah. Pot calling the kettle black.
You're a pathetic psychopath. Begging for attention. You're gonna die alone. This is not how this was supposed to go.
Yeah, like he thought they were like in secret alliance.
He thought they had were on a wavelength, you know.
Yeah.
You mean you didn't figure it out? Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were.
Oh no.
I guess I...
Pretty good.
Yeah, Paul Dano's my favorite.
Yeah. Stop punching the glass, sir.
Yeah, they're not gonna let you stay in here. Have you seen Little Miss Sunshine?
Yeah.
He's the brother.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was a long time ago too.
Yeah, 17 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing in here?
Oh yeah, you're not gonna tell me. And you're bulletproof.
Yeah. But at least they do have a sense that they can trust him.
Yeah.
Boy, this guy's a real nut job, huh? Killing that shit with a friggin' carpet tool. Oh, you know, it's a tucker.
Oh. Tuck it under the
edge.
Under the edge.
I like that detail though, that's like a specialized tool that working class people would use, so somebody like Bruce Wayne doesn't know what it is.
What are you doing?
But Riddler thought that Batman was somebody like him, wasn't
like a normal,
wealthy,
yeah.
so that Batman would figure that out.
Well, hell, it really would have been nice to have, like, forensics or somebody to photograph you doing that so we know you didn't do it.
The day of judgment is finally upon us. And now it is time for retribution. I parked 7 vans all along the city's seawall. And on the
It's nice that we're getting the whole plan.
Right when it's too late to stop.
Yeah. Oh my god. Boom!
Blow up the seawall. That's a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where all of you come in.
Huh. Mm-hmm. How many followers did they say?
500.
500.
So if 10% of them show up, that's 50 dudes, you know?
It's not safe for you here. We need to get you out, Miss Real.
I'm not going anywhere.
We're under attack, man.
Start listening to the people whose, like,
Everyone's afraid to stand up and
job
do the
it is
right
to make
thing,
sure
but
you're
I'm
not dead.
Excuse me.
Ma'am.
I understand.
Well, she's trying to do things differently.
I understand.
28-year-old mayor-elect, you know? She's idealistic.
Please, I just need your attention.
Ooh!
Yeah, well.
Yep. Oh. Now they're all dead. Was that Batman explosives?
I think so.
Controlled explosives.
Mm-hmm. That's probably the most unrealistic technology they've shown this Batman to have, is totally bulletproof armor.
It would be a very difficult task to have a Batman story in this day and age where he is not very bulletproof.
Yeah.
You can't just do it like a Kung Fu movie where everyone's just coming at him with like sticks and wrenches and stuff. Come on, cat lady.
I like when Catwoman has to decide between doing the right thing or looking out for herself. Yep. Because you never know which she will choose.
Yep. Cool. Oh.
Yeah, that knocked him down.
Yeah.
this guy's like, holy shit, I get to kill Batman right now. God. Oh. Nice going. You have to be really strong to do that.
Yeah. I think she is very strong.
It's probably close to 200 pounds, though.
Yeah.
You really should have made sure that there was no more threat.
Adrenaline.
Yeah, that'll do it.
What do you suppose was in the vial?
I think adrenaline, yeah.
It was adrenaline.
A boost of energy.
Yeah.
And fight through the pain.
It could have been like some sort of like amphetamine or something, just like
yeah. I think it'll
get him like hulked out.
Yeah, he'll pay for it in a little while, you know, physiologically, but it was okay for the moment.
Who the hell are you?
I don't remember.
It's just it's a random person.
I know. Saying he doesn't remember.
Yeah, that's the trouble with vengeance, is that it's not exactly a noble pursuit.
No,
so
it's not.
You're inspiring bad people by being vengeance.
Right. Oh god, yes. The electricity and the water and the... I like that they didn't make us guess for too long.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, it's okay. Popped up, excellent. This just almost feels like... He's like dazed almost. Like, okay, I gotta keep rescuing people, but it's like... The whole city is flooded now. Like,
yeah.
There's no...
Well, I think this is an important shift for his character, though. Like, we haven't seen him rescue anyone in this movie until now.
Right.
He's just been beating up bad people.
Except for Catwoman. Rescued her like once. Yeah.
For his own purposes, though. But I think that seeing that Riddler guy say, I'm vengeance, made him realize that he needs to be more than that. He needs to be hope.
The city's angry.
Yeah, it's the first, like
me.
Yeah, you're right. Sort of like that, like, hopeful touch of, like, please don't leave my side. It's not something he's used to experiencing, I don't think.
The guy he saved in the first scene, I guess that was him saving somebody, but that guy said, please don't hurt me, you know?
Yeah,
like, also
right.
thought that Batman was dangerous.
They can transform us.
So I think that's his arc in this movie.
Yes, very good.
And the strength to fight.
He's been through it.
Yep, looks like it.
What is it they say? One day you're on top. The next,
Yeah, it was for all the marbles, man.
you're a clone. Who are you? Well, that's the question. Isn't it? Riddle me this. The less of them you have, the more one is worth. A friend.
You didn't think we'd get out of this without seeing him, did you?
I didn't. Just don't know how much I like what I just saw in terms of the representation there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see, you know.
With Carmine gone, it's only gonna get worse for you. There's gonna be a power grab.
Yeah.
Why don't you come with me? Knock off some CEO hedge fund types. It'll be fun. The bat and the cat.
Extremely tempting. I can't. I have to go to work. Erase you.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, they're like...
What's the point of a motorcycle if you can't race it?
Right, exactly. You'll be back. That would be frustrating, because it's like, we were made for each other.
Yeah.
Like,
there's definitely a vibe.
Nobody is gonna get me like you get me. Ever. All this is, like, way too complicated for most people.
Yeah. But she's fine with it.
Yep, she's cool with it.
There we go.
Damn.
The Batman from 2022.
Are we getting another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It comes out either next year or maybe the year after, I think. Like they're making it now. Yeah.
Take your time.
Take your time, do it right.
That was great.
It's really good, isn't it? I like the way, like I said towards the beginning, that it just kind of dives headfirst into all the Batman mythos without, like, bothering to make sure that your average movie-going audience will be able to track everything. Like, they just accept it at this point. The average movie-going audience is versed in Batman.
Right.
You don't have to start people at zero. You can just go in and... I feel like so many of the major elements were already in play for this movie. The only major thing still missing is Robin.
Yeah.
Which modern Batman takes seem to be very hesitant to use Robin. They're like afraid of that concept as a character.
What was that? In the third Nolan movie, there was like they kind of alluded to the fact that cop was
named Robin at the end. Yeah, and he was like sort of helping out, but he wasn't working with Batman, and certainly wasn't like an orphan that Bruce took under his wing because he saw himself in the orphan, you know, and wanted to like... I think that the second movie will almost definitely have to go there. You know, it's been so long since I mean, Chris O'Donnell's version from the late 90s is the last time there was like a movie rendition of truly Robin the superhero as we know him. So I think that the next one will have to use him, and I'm excited for that.
Yeah,
because
I think if they can if they can keep the tone the same, like, and still have that element in there, because I mean, I guess something that would work for that too is that in this movie he kind of had a sidekick too.
Yeah,
like, you know, like, well,
sort of Gordon, sort of Catwoman. You know, they were sort of both helping him out.
So having a second person in the Batman story, kind of like helping him out, is not going to be like foreign in this like arc. So
also, I feel, you know, Robin as a character, there are 4 or 5 canon identities to that superhero through the years, and so you don't even have to pull. You know, like, you don't need Dick Grayson the acrobat to be the character.
Right, yeah.
You know, I think for the tone of this movie world, Tim Drake is Jason Todd, I mean,
Jason
is the
Todd,
one you use. Yeah. You find him trying to steal the hubcaps off the Batmobile. Isn't that how he finds Jason Todd originally?
So. Yep.
And he's like too hardcore about it and stuff like that.
Exactly. Or like hot-headed, and then it gets him into trouble.
So that seems like that's the one you would use in this series. But we're just speculating about the future now, not talking about this movie.
But if you do Jason Todd and have the Joker, that there is the potential for a lot of darkness.
Right,
to happen in that story.
Do you go for Death in the Family in the very first time you have him in there? Like,
I think
that's never been put in a movie.
Being like but being like kind of like a fleeting like element that, like, you know, this sort of like, I'm taking this kid under my wing, but then something terrible happens, you know?
Yeah.
Don't want to give too much away if you haven't read that. It's kind of harrowing.
I think people generally know that story, especially people who are going to be watching a reaction to this movie are familiar with it. The Ben Affleck Batman in Batman vs. Superman was like an older version of Batman, and in that movie, I don't like that movie at all. I don't want to get that out of the way, but he has a Robin suit in a display case in his Batcave with "You let your family die, ha ha ha" spray painted on it. So like they reference that's in his past already.
Yeah.
So I mean, but they've never actually depicted that story in a movie. So I think that it's. I mean,
I can understand why people would be hesitant. Like, directors would be hesitant to like put that. There's like Robin fans and stuff, and there's a lot you can do with Robin as a character. Like, even after, like, post Batman, you can still have
Nightwing and Red Hood.
Yeah, exactly, all that stuff.
The different Robins become different people afterwards.
Right, so it's...
And you don't have to go Jason Todd. You can do Tim Drake as well, Robin number 3, or the Robin in The Dark Knight Returns is a girl named Carrie. So there's definitely, I mean, there's all different versions you can go for.
Having the girl Robin would be kind of cool too.
Yeah, could be.
So, but I mean, that's kind of all neither here nor there. We did get a little tiny peek at Joker at the end of this. The laugh was not the laugh that I'm accustomed to.
Right, but I mean, that is such an iconic character. You know, 2 actors have won Oscars for playing the Joker. It's, you know, you have to put your own spin on it each time, you know, and especially Heath Ledger's shadow is so immensely large in that role. He redefined it for it was, you know, Mark Hamill was definitive Joker until Heath Ledger came along, and now he seems like he's definitive Joker and everything's in comparison to him.
Yeah, and the frustrating thing too is, like, I feel like if you were to copy paste that Joker into this, like, universe, it would just fit. It would be just fine. It was like almost like that joke. What made that movie so good was that Joker was like more lifelike in terms of like a sort of, it was like yeah, it's the Joker, it's got all the Joker elements, but it's really just a terrorist. It's really just that. And then like all the silly, like over the top technology Batman stuff was almost like the sillier part of the movie, whereas the Joker stuff was the stuff that like made you go like, this is intense.
Yeah, but I think it's interesting too that the Joker we see in this movie is in a cell in Arkham, maybe implying that Batman already dealt with him once, you know, or maybe he's there for another reason, but they said that this was 2 years into his Batman career, so that might have just been one of the first people he dealt with, and we don't know what he did to get there, so that's all stuff they can build on for the future.
Yeah. So, I guess one thing that I was a little confused about, maybe you can like bring some clarity, is that, I mean, the Riddler's like plan like kind of came to fruition. I don't know how much more damage he could have done.
I mean, they failed to kill Bella Real was the only thing that they didn't accomplish, and he failed to kill Bruce Wayne, you know, so that was the only pieces that he, but otherwise, I mean, he pretty much
flooded the whole damn city, man. Like, that's about as much damage as you can do. Like, they're gonna spend years cleaning all that up.
Yeah, water is extremely destructive.
It is. All that infrastructure, it's gonna need to be. All those people. If you wanted to create, like, chaos, you did it.
Right, well, and also, Batman was playing into his hands the entire time, to the point that Riddler thought they were partners.
Right, yeah. I can imagine that would be a little frustrating. Just to realize you didn't even... Here I was thinking that we had, like, another conversation happening, like, in between the words we were speaking, but it turns out you just had no idea what I was saying to you at all.
Right, but I think that also is the reason for his shift away from being just vengeance and realizing that, oh, if that's how I frame this, bad people are going to think I'm on their side, and he has to find a way to differentiate from just being revenge, which is a base human desire, and he has to, you know, operate on a higher level than that.
Yeah, and like also just like the greater understanding that like most people, especially people who are doing really bad things, are justifying it to themselves in their head as usually being like, I'm righting some wrong in the world.
Right, my victims deserve to be mistreated, you know, and that's what Batman thinks too.
Ideological terrorist has that in their head. They're not thinking like, I'm just gonna do evil stuff for evil's sake.
Exactly, yeah. So I think that's an important distinction there.
Why he wouldn't go with vengeance, but I am interested to see what, I mean, he took his name then in this story from the Riddler.
Well, like, no, he called himself Vengeance, I think, you know, just before the Riddler was even in play.
The Riddler called him the Batman.
Well, I mean, no, he said that, yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, he was like, I am Vengeance. That's what the only thing we knew him as.
Yeah,
and it's like the letter for the Batman, he's like, oh, he must mean me.
Yeah,
you know?
I guess that's true. And it was interesting, I think, that Penguin only ever called him Vengeance, because that's what he called himself.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. It's like, you know, it's my first big get. I'm gonna let him choose my name, even though I kind of had the whole thing going on already.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, there's also all that stuff about like why he chose a bat as his symbol. Like earlier, like we don't need to hear all that stuff. Like,
exactly.
He's afraid of the bat. Then he decided to use fear as the element, so he.
Right, you don't need him. Yeah, I mean, Ra's al Ghul is not really a factor in this. We don't know if any. I don't know how canon that training story is. I just know it from the Nolan movies. But yeah, so on that note, what villains do you think we could go into in the future in a setting like this? You know, because I feel like for instance, somebody like Killer Croc is too weird for this kind of a world. You can't
do Polka Dot Man.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
But there are some other ones that I still think could be really good. I've heard talk online that a grounded take on Clayface could be interesting as just an actor who's really good at looking like different people, you know, instead of like some sort of a supernatural shapeshifter kind of thing. You could do an actor. I have, ever since I saw him on the cartoon when I was really young, I've wanted the ventriloquist and Scarface to be villains in a movie. I think that could be really good. And here's my fan casting for the ventriloquist, Stephen Tobolowsky. Do you know who that is?
Who's that?
He's Ned Ryerson in Groundhog Day.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But he's in lots of movies.
Yeah,
you know, like he's Sammy Jenkins in Memento, but I think he could be the ventriloquist.
That would be good.
He's got that meagerness, but he could also, you know, turn on the scariness if he needs to.
What would be how would you transform the shtick from a silly cartoon thing into like a...
He's just a guy with a split personality that he uses the dummy to act out his violent side and his violent urges and stuff like that.
You'd have to somehow convincingly make the seedy underbelly of Gotham take this guy seriously and not just think that he's an insane... I'm not saying it's impossible.
No, but yeah, it would be tricky for sure.
I mean, if you'd have told me there was like a really good dark take on the Riddler and didn't give me any details, I'd be like, well, okay, it's a little dumb of an idea in the first place. The whole thing about it came from like the silly 60s Batman time. When
exactly,
it was like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, Batman?
Exactly. He's much more like a villain along the lines of Egghead from his original incarnation, you know, but you can't really do that kind of thing. But yeah, make him into the Zodiac Killer. That works just fine.
Yeah, that was a very good me with my true crime interest. I didn't even catch that really at first, but I was like, this reminds me of something else, but I can't put my finger on it. And they like took his whole outfit kind of from the sketches.
And then once you see the cipher, you're like, oh, that's literally like those letters.
That was really good.
Yeah.
So I kind of can't wait to see what they do next, and I really hope they can nail it, because this is if you're starting over from scratch with the whole Batman like lore, you're leaving out all the stuff we've already seen before and just starting in on the action. This was an excellent way to do it.
Yeah, Scarecrow, I guess you could also still do another version of here, even though the Nolan version of that was so good. But yeah, there's lots of possibilities.
Nolan took some of the hits.
Some of the best ones.
Yeah, Bane would also be something you could totally
I suppose. I'm not a Bane fan.
Me
I never
either.
have
no,
been.
I'm not, but...
I mean, so there is sort of an interlude media in this universe, though. There is currently on Max, formerly HBO Max, the Penguin show happening. So if enough people want us to, in the comments of this video, let us know if we should maybe do the Penguin. We'll watch that if there's demand for it. We'll see.
If it's good. You guys have to tell us if it's good.
I've heard that it's a good show. People have said it's what if Tony Soprano was a Batman villain. So
cool.
That sounds like an interesting premise. And Colin Farrell is so great in that role, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely eager to see him do more of that. So that show's been on my radar, but I've been hesitant to watch it in case we wanted to do it here. So let us know down in the comments if you think we should watch The Penguin on this channel, and we will do that. Is that about do it for this movie?
I think so.
All right.
Thanks for watching with us, everybody. I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets.